Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I put together my casual Princess Yue cosplay from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start out, this is what I'm using as the base. This is actually a Chi-Chi cosplay from Dragon Ball, and it came with the wrist piece, the pants, and the arm straps. I'm not going to be using any of those. I'm going to DIY those and then save those maybe for another cosplay. This had a similar neckline to Princess Yue, so that's why I picked it to start with. Now I jump around a little bit in terms of like my process, but right now I am cutting off the little fake fastener pieces that go across the little sideways flap on the dress. I'm just going straight into the stitching itself and cutting those off. And when I was all finished, this is how it ended up looking. I'm very happy that I was able to get all that off. I think it looks so much better. Now you may have noticed that I didn't film a certain step. Area where the shoulder is already covered with the blue fabric, and then I already started to add some of that fake fur around the sleeve as well. I didn't film it because I'll be honest with you guys, I did not know if this would work or not. But all I did was I used some blue felt, like I had some blue felt sheets, and I hot glued it around the arm sleeve, and then I added the fur, making sure to go at a bit of an angle with the fur around the shoulders so I could get the same look that hers had. And now I'm just mapping out where I want that fur trim to go around the neckline. I didn't bother with using the felt sheets for any spots around the neckline because I knew that the fur would cover everything. So I'm going to start with that inner corner there and then work my way around to meet the other shoulder. And to do this, I'm using a faux fur trim. I will link it in the description below so you guys can know where to find it. And here I'm just lining everything up to make sure I like the way it looks, and then I'm going straight in with my hot glue, and then I'm going to press the fur right into it. And I'm going all the way around with it. And once I've gotten far enough with it, I'm going to also put it on the inside because of the thickness of the fur. I'm going to put it on the inside as well and just fold it all the way over. Instead of cutting it in half, I'm just going to fold it over. And I'm going to repeat that process all the way around until I get to the end of the line. And this is how it looked once the entirety of the neckline area was complete. I think it looks so good, and it's so reminiscent of Yue. It's like an entirely new costume now. And so now that that's done, we're going to move on to the next part, which is the side slit area. So I'm just going to go through and cover each side the exact same way we did the neckline area. It's going to get kind of repetitive, so I'm going to start to speed through it so we can move on to the next part. And I thought I had footage of me going all the way around the sides and also the bottom, but I didn't get any of me doing it around the bottom. But this is what it looked like when it's all finished. I made sure to go all the way around in the exact same way that I did for the neckline of the dress, and I think it looks awesome. So now let's move on to making some accessories. And here I'm just tracing some circles out of craft foam so that we can make Yue's hair accessories. I'm making these as simple as possible. I would like to go back through and make them in a more extravagant and a little more extra. But for now, we're just making them as easy and as simply as possible. And then once I'm happy with the size of the circles, I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. And then I didn't show this, but I also drew 2 more circles that were a little bit smaller than those initial ones that I did. And I did that so I can glue the smaller ones right on top in the center of the bigger ones to get the same look that Yue's have. Now I'm cutting out even smaller circles. I'm doing 6 on each, and these are going to go right on top of those 2 layered circles that we just did. And it's just to make it look, again, more like Yue's design in the show. And this is what it looked like when I had all of the pieces attached to one another. And now we can move right on to painting. I'm doing a lighter blue on the inside, but it was a little bit hard to get the color to just be on the inside. So I ended up painting the entire thing the light blue, and then going back through and doing a darker blue around the outside of the accessory. And once I was finished painting, this is how they ended up looking. I really like the way they came out. One thing I forgot to film was the part where I added this little pocket so that the hair could slip through. I had to make the pocket for the one that goes above her head much bigger since that had to hold more hair, but that was about all I did for that. And now onto the armbands. I made these really simple, really easy. I'm taking an old skirt. I use it just for fabric scraps and stuff like that. And I'm cutting out just enough that will fit around my wrist. And then once I have enough, I start to create like a fake hem to get rid of the rough edges, and then I glue those down. And then once I wrap it around my arm, I figure out how much I need, and then I hot glue it down so that it wraps around my arm enough, hot glue down any excess so it looks straight and flat, and this is what it looked like at the end. And the fabric of the skirt was really stretchy, so it was easy to slip on and off my wrist. It's a little messy on the inside, but I still think it looks pretty good for like random fabric that I hot glued together. So that's all I did for that. And the finishing touch for this cosplay was just this baggy light blue shirt that I just wear underneath the dress itself, and that was it. This is the finished product, everything put together. I also added a pair of dark blue sweatpants to wear underneath. Yue actually does have a bit more of a skirt look underneath hers, but I decided to just do sweatpants so it was a little more casual. I'm also using a piece from my old Korra cosplay. It's just like a strip of fabric that I roll up until it's like a flat line, and then I just wrap it around my midsection, and that's it. You can use literally anything for this. I just used something I already had from a previous cosplay, and this is how my cosplay turned out. I am really happy with how this came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I skipped over parts, but again, like I said before, I did not know if this would work out or not. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a ton more cosplay tutorials and DIYs, especially if you like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok to keep up with all my other cosplay antics, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!